A little bit overcast, air is a little bit ionized. Looks like we may be actually getting some thunderstorms, and that's always good for paranormal activity. But anyway, suffice to say that this area right here made Valley Forge look like a spring day. So what we're going to do is we have Renee over here on camera, as well as me on camera. We're about to head into the John Wick house and see what we can find. The red button in the middle. And we're going up to the John Wick house. Here we go, complete with people walking their dogs.
Just like to point out, we're using new equipment. I'm getting used to it.
Very peaceful.
I keep saying John Wick house. I don't know if it was, that's a movie, John Wick. Maybe his name was John, I don't know. There's a well and a smokehouse. By the way, folks, we're talking to a park ranger. Just saying. And she's sitting here in the Wick house. So who has been in here, like the notables?
Well, the house is owned by Henry and Mary Wick, but they had 3 officers renting space here, the top one being Major General Arthur St. Clair, who is in charge of all of our Pennsylvania troops during the American Revolution.
Okay, very cool.
That's
Wow, look at this old kitchen, honey.
Technically, that's the pantry, and we're in the kitchen.
Oh, we're in the kitchen. I was going to say.
This is where you do all your cooking.
Oh, I don't know if I can make my spaghetti there, though. Now, can I ask you? I'm going to ask you a weird question. Has this place ever had a reputation for being haunted? After talking with the park ranger about the history of this haunted homestead, I decided to use my IR crosshair thermal detector developed by famed researcher Gary Gallo to do a sweep of the house looking for any hot or cold anomalies, which would show up on the unit as blue or red LED lights on a radar grid indicating their position. The house seemed to be devoid of any paranormal activity, at least for now.
garden. Looks way bigger than my garden. The barriers are all out there in the field.
Yes, I see
so
that.
That must be where the Pennsylvania troops were.
Exactly.
Right. Wait.
You take a picture of me, I'll take a picture of you. We'll make Amy and Jared proud.
Oh.
You know what though? Honestly, this takes a lot of practice. If you've never done this before, you got to get used to it. It's a whole different style of investigating.
Yes.
But you know what, folks? I'm not going to be. I'm going to tell you this is a YouTube thing. So it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give this to Renee. We're going to switch cameras here.
We're going to switch cameras?
Yep. Going to switch cameras.
Okay.
And a bug just flew in my ear.
I know. They're. Ugh.
I hate when that happens.
Stupid gnats.
They are. I hate when that happens. Okay, so what I need is my phone because we are going to do a ghost tube Vox session. Is there anybody here still around from the Revolutionary War?
Saving.
Saving. Were you saving the country? Were you saving the country?
I did.
You did. So you were saving the country.
Steam time.
Steam? Well, steam technology didn't come for like another 50 years. Are there people that were here afterwards? I'm something.
Mm-hmm.
Error war.
Well, that was an English accent. Wow. So did we have British here?
No.
Well,
That was another British accent.
of supporters.
Orders, I heard. Something about orders. Well, the British weren't too far from here. Springfield, remember the Battle of Springfield?
Right.
This is very interesting, folks. We're actually in Morristown, New Jersey, and we're getting British accents. Now, we do know that there were. I want to hear more from the people from the Brits who may be here. Anybody? Anybody at all? Well, that was interesting.
You gotta hold it flat.
Hold it flat?
That's what they do.
Okay, I might be using this wrong, folks. Ooh, I think Renee was right. Look at that. Anything?
Child.
Smile?
Physically.
Physically. I should smile physically. Okay.
Get back to the.
Well, that was a nice one. He had a baritone voice. Hello? Where are the British guys? It's tea time. It's time for tea.
He did.
There you go. There's one. He just came through. Come on, what else? Give me something. Give me something good.
Whatever.
You ask and you receive. Now the British guys are coming back. This is the British invasion, except from the 60s, it was the 1700s, right? Was that a laugh? Did you like my joke? President. President George Washington, who became president after the war? Interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your communication. Okay, that's good for now.
Well, that was interesting.
That was very interesting. I have no idea what that conversation was all about. It was very mixed up and there was lots of British people.
Hi ghost hunting fans! If you enjoyed Family Spirits, the adventures and evidence of Gallo family ghost hunters, you're going to love Family Spirits 2, Purpose and the Paranormal by Bobby J. Gallo. Paperback and nookbook available through Barnes & Noble. More adventure, more evidence, more ghosts. Materialize your copy today.
Okay, folks, Bobby J. Gallo here again, and just to let you know that ghost hunting is a very healthy endeavor. Now, why do I say that? Because look at where we're going to have to hike to get up to the soldier forts. Here, I'm going to turn this around. We're going all the way up there in the distance. You see that, folks? All the way up there. The Sons of Saint Patrick. So I guess this was well, this is the Pennsylvania for all of our Pennsylvania people. This was the Pennsylvania line right here. So we're going up to the Pennsylvania huts. And since we're from Pennsylvania, maybe we'll have some kind of
Communication.
yeah, sympathetic activity. Oh, look at this. Look at this, folks. Look at this walk. The things we do. The things we do for you who subscribe to our channel.
And the heat.
The heat. That's right. It's very hot today. That's right. That's another thing. That's another thing. Here, I'm going to do another selfie now. Here we go. If any of you have noticed, I'm not wearing my cool Josh Gates hat. You know, we're doing a lot of name dropping today. I just want to let you know that. And I'm not wearing my normal shirt. We are wearing the COPS shirt, Correctional Officers Paranormal Society shirt, gifted to me by Wes Coleman. There you go, Wes. You're now officially part of GFGH history, okay? But I'm wearing this shirt not only because I told him I would, but because it's a lot cooler than what I normally wear. So Boy, this is a really long walk up there. But it's going to be worth it when we get up there. I just have that feeling. So, okay, I'm going to turn this back around. And there's my beautiful soulmate right there. Laughing at me as she usually does.
So they would have had to walk up these hills just to get to their hut.
Yes, they would have.
Down just to get.
But the reality is there were huts all along this field right here. And of course, once again, to reiterate, this Jockey Hollow made Valley Forge look like a spring day. 4-foot drifts of snow. Well, 4-foot snow, the drifts were higher. I heard up to 10 feet. And people were eating their shoes. And there was one execution on this site because there was a rebellion. And even though George Washington did not believe in capital punishment, he felt he had to do it to quell the rebellion, the possible rebellion, because situations were so bad. Okay, and here we are. We made it to the top, to the soldier huts. Okay. And luckily it doesn't look like they're that dark inside. And hopefully the interiors smell better than they did in Valley Forge.
They're actually empty.
Looks that way, doesn't it? Okay, here we are. We have our Zoom H2 recorder on what they call the ice cream cone, which is just another term for a handle. And we're going to ask, are there any soldiers still roaming around this area after more than 250 years? Once again, are there any soldiers around this area, in this hut perhaps? Talk to me. Talk right here into this box that I'm holding and communicate. Just tell us anything you want to tell us. Anything you want to tell us. Continuing with EVP session. Did you know General Washington?
How do they always capture so much evidence? No one does it like Gallo family ghost hunters. Hey folks, if you'd like to stand out on your next ghost hunt, be sure to investigate ghostgear.info for original paranormal clothing designs and ultra cool swag you won't find anywhere else. You make perfect ghost bait, just saying.
Okay folks, we are actually going over this way. This is actually the soldier cemetery. Over 100 Continental soldiers are actually buried on these grounds right here that died during the Jockey Hollow encampment. So we're going to be going over to the marker, which looks a little bit secluded. Maybe we'll do some EVP. I really don't know. But we are actually walking on a
Graveyard.
A colonial graveyard. Yeah, for sure. Never know what you're going to catch. It's interesting, you don't really know where you're walking.
No, unlike a regular graveyard.
No, you're clearly they must be everywhere, you would think. But yeah, this is the marker right over here. Jockey Hollow Cemetery. Yeah, right here. We're in it. More than 100 Continental soldiers who made the supreme sacrifice for American liberty are buried in this cemetery. Their comrades were housed in huts along the Jockey Hollow Road. The people of Morristown reverently erect this monument as a tribute to them and to the valor of the Continental Army, whose occupancy of Jockey Hollow has hallowed this ground. Dedicated May 30th, 1932. Okay. Okay, this is EVP session number 1. We respectfully ask, and we know these are hallowed grounds, and these were people that died so that we could have a country, but we respectfully ask that if any spirits are guarding their gravesite or who are overlooking their gravesite and those of their compatriots in the Jockey Hollow encampment, if you have anything to say, please speak into this box that I'm holding and we'll be able to hear you. If there's a message that you would like to convey, please speak into this box that I'm holding. Once again, everyone, this is the Jockey Hollow Cemetery. Those who died here at the encampment are buried right where we're standing. There are no markers, so I could literally be standing on a grave, but I don't know. So we're approaching this very respectfully, just to see if there are any spirits of those who fell who would like to communicate. We are using a super sensitive Zoom H2 recorder. This is about as sensitive as you can get. So if there is anything around that would like to give us an EVP, this is going to pick it up. And I have the mic gain on high so that we get maximum sensitivity. Okay, folks, Bobby J. Gallo here, Jockey Hollow. Going through the park, but there is definitely a point of interest right here that I want to show everybody that I think you will find most intriguing. At least I know I do. In memory of Captain Adam Benton, shot in the mutiny of January 1781. By the Morristown chapter of, I think that's DAR, which I believe is a historical association. So basically what we're seeing here is we're seeing an area right here where he may have actually been shot. So this is one of the sites of tragedy in Jockey Hollow here. Like I was saying before, George Washington really wasn't into capital punishment. He didn't like executing his troops or anything like that. But he did make an example of one soldier, was probably part of this mutiny right here where you see this marker, one of the reasons it happened. So I think what we're going to do right now is, since this is probably such a highly charged spot, I think I'm going to try to do a Ghost Meter Pro session to see if we can get anything. Boy, that wind is kicking up. searching for Captain Adam Benton. We are here at what appears to be the spot where he was shot during the mutiny, which is interesting. They did it right in the line of sight with the Wick house. I keep calling it the John Wick house. I don't know if the man's name was John.
Not.
It wasn't John. Okay, it's the Wick house.
Henry.
Okay, so Renee, please keep reminding me not to insert historical words where they shouldn't be. I am going to assume Captain Benton is at peace and that he doesn't want to speak, and that's fine. So we're going to shut this off. We're going to try one more thing though. We're going to put this on mode 2, which doesn't necessarily have to be Captain Benton. Could be anybody. And we're going to place it right here. And basically the whole purpose of this is to see if there's any other energies around. We won't be able to communicate, but it will detect them, and I'll let you know when, if it triggers. It's not triggering yet. Right now it's just searching for entities that have a certain energy pattern. Is there anything here? Must say this has been a quiet investigation.
Quite so.
No Ghost Meter Pro activity at all. We don't know about EVP yet. And we don't know about any photos that we haven't examined.
Right.
We got some ghost box. But so far, that's all we know of at this point. But we're still going to put this out as an episode. Because you deserve it, folks. You deserve it. Been a nice historical tour around the park, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it has.
Quite muggy.
Oh,
We
so
went
muggy.
through great lengths to get you this footage.
It is so muggy. And the occasional car passing by, but it's been pretty good, even with that, all things considered, that it's a Sunday. Anything here? Wow. Nothing. Nothing, folks. For the Ghost Meter Pro naysayers, nothing is happening. So far for something happening all the time, because it's really not. Wow. Nope. I'm going to have to call this one a no-go. But
Moving on.
We tried. We're using multiple pieces of equipment now. Notice we're not doing the same thing over and over, because that would be boring and actually very unscientific. We have to find out what works and what doesn't. And over the years, this has given us the best evidence, despite what people say. And if you want to know more about this, we just released an entire video explaining it on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go there and you like and subscribe, because it's very, very important, folks. We need to grow our channel. We were the first on this platform. We're back, and we need to grow it. We need your help. All right? Thank you very much.